Hey guys, what's up? Today in the Brick Lab, we're going to be fixing up the half-baked idea that is Kai's EVO Fire Mech. So, like most of the EVO mechs and dragons, there's a decent idea just beneath the surface of this mech, but the designers, of course, have not fully fleshed it out entirely. There are a lot of things that need to be fixed up, and we're going to do that with just a handful of pieces. As usual, there's a part list in the description, so feel free to gather that, and we'll get to fixing this poor guy up. Now, first things first, if there's nothing else you do for this mech, the one thing you should definitely do is replace the black panels on the side here with red ones, just because the black ones are hideous. I don't know what the LEGO designers were thinking. But if we place some red ones in there, that looks much better already. So to me personally, I'm not a big fan of the way these things look, so we're gonna fix those up. What I'm gonna do here is actually pull that off. I'm actually just gonna put a brick in here and then put the slope back in. Then we're also gonna put that golden slope back on here. And then what I'm also going to do, just to help with the general appearance here, is just put some red slopes on here. There. It's not perfect, but I think it looks a lot better than it was previously. So then what we're going to do is make this little assembly here, which is just a bracket, a tooth piece, and a slope. We're going to put that on here. We're going to take an orange piece and put that here. And then we're going to take one of these wedge plates and put that on here just to kind of remove a little bit of the gap there. Then we'll plug the foot back in and just stick a little plate right here and then lock it into place with one of these slopes. And there we go. I think that looks a whole lot better. And then one thing I'm going to do to the top of the leg is just put a gold ingot on here. I think that'll help with the color scheme a little bit. Yes? No? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the other legs. So again, we'll just put that ingot on. Then we'll make this assembly here, the bracket and whatnot, plug that in, plug in an orange tile, or plug in an orange plate, put a red one in. I know I'm kind of going out of order here, but you know, I'm just going in the order that I find these parts, which probably isn't very helpful. Alright, let's put another slope in here, and there, we're done with the other leg. Already that looks so much better, and you could probably stop here and you'd have a decent mech. Well, except for the hands. Now, I honestly can't tell if these are meant to be fingers or if they're meant to be like guns. Probably fingers, because the Ninja don't often use guns if you ignore the giant one mounted on the shoulder of the mech here. So to make the hands, I'm actually going to do something pretty similar to what I did for Zane's mech. And that is to put a ball and a socket plate here, and then just put that back on. So there we go, we have wrist mounted cannons. And then to make the hand, we're going to use a slope, a plate with a bar, and then these finger pieces, and we're going to put that on top. And then, well, we kind of need a thumb, so we're going to put two clips together like that, plug them in, take this plate here. So then we're just going to plug the sword holder clip back in and then use one of these inverted slopes and plug that in. Now, obviously these pieces I would prefer to be red just to help out with the mech's color scheme, but again, I didn't have red ones on hand, so I guess that'll have to do for now. So there we go. That honestly looks pretty good, but there's one more thing that I kind of want to do here, and that is to add some a little flair to the shoulders of the mech. And in order to do that, I'm actually just going to take some of these slopes with a ball and socket plate and then just plug that in like so, because that's something that the Samurai X mechs have had traditionally, and since this probably was originally supposed to be a Samurai X mech, given that, you know, there's an X cave in the set, I'm just going to add it in tribute or something, whatever. Alright, so let's do the same thing on the other arm here. We'll unplug that. And then make the hand just as before. Obviously, I can go over it if you need me to, you know. You have the plate, the clips, the more clips, the other plate, the slope. Plug those in, plug it in here. Find this little holder piece thingy, and then plug in the other one. And there we go. Now another thing I would like to do is replace the tiny little daggery thing here with a decent blade for Kai's mech. I'm just going to use one of these blade pieces that has been used in a ton of Ninjago sets. And there we go. That looks better already. Now Kai has something with which he can slash away at all those incoming snake army people. Now, if you want, you can actually just leave the mech here. It actually looks pretty good just like this. But you know me, I can't leave something done halfway, and I really kind of want to do a little work on the body yet. Another thing I'd like to do is also put the cannon back in. So what I'm going to do is put one of these plates with a socket here. And let's pry that ball joint in. And then just because on the original mech you could switch it from shoulder to shoulder, I'm just going to throw another one in on this side for good measure. You don't have to, and it probably would look better without another one. You could probably just replace that with a plain plate, but I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to take one of these plates and plug that in to lock it into place. And from there, oh, one more thing I'm going to do real quick is to remove the orange slope. Again, no idea why they put that in. And just replace it with a red one to help blend in. And then we can plug it in, and there we go. And then I would also like to put something in on the sides here just to help keep Kai a little safer. So in order to do that, let's open this up. We're going to take Kai out, and let's take the mech apart just a little bit. We'll peel off the engine piece here, and then, well, this will be tricky. You know what, let's just take that whole thing apart. And then what we're gonna do is take these gray pieces and put them in on the back. Like so. And then we're gonna take this round slider plate and plug that in just to help lock them in place. Then we're going to take these orange clips and push them in like this. And then we're going to take these two gold pieces and put them in on the side like so. Then we're going to take these leftover pentagonal tile pieces and put them on like this. And from there we can actually just go ahead and rebuild the mech. So I'm going to take two golden stud pieces here and put them in on the side. Or put them in on the side, I don't know, they're in the center. Put them in on the center, that looks good. Then what we're going to do is take this whole assembly here, hopefully yours came off in one piece, and just put it back. If not, you're just going to have to rebuild it pretty much the way it originally was. And then from there, what we need is another 1x2 plate. And then we're going to take this gray plate that Kai sits on and plug it back in, and there we go. And the reason for all that was that when we close up the sides of the mech, it removes that gap almost completely. There we go. Oh, and I just realized another thing I forgot was the last remaining thumb. So let's take that one and put it on. There we go. And now we can see Kai at the controls of the mech. And there we go. It's a perfect fit. One more thing I forgot real quick. For the back of the gun here, I actually just put a black ingot tile in just to help smooth that out a little bit. So just a finishing touch there. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And we'll see you next time.